200 years ago, a process began that would change the world forever. The Industrial Revolution, true to its name, revolutionized society and the way we lived, but we've also been steadily increasing the carbon dioxide concentrations in the atmosphere through the burning of fossil fuels. These changes have had devastating consequences on millions of people and the environment around the world. The science has been around for a while. As early as 1827, Joseph Fourier published a paper in which he speculated that human activity could have an effect on the climate, and throughout the 1800s, scientists predicted warming. But another problem facing the environment has emerged. This is the climate science denialists, a group of people who deny in various ways and for various reasons that climate change exists. What is climate denial? As described in Bjornberg's 2017 article, there are four main types: trend denial, attribution denial, impact denial, and consensus denial. There are about 200 arguments by climate denialists, including the climate has changed before, the climate will change slowly, the world can adapt, and the recent warming trend is not due to human-produced CO2. But these have all been debunked numerous times. Climate denialists include a variety of people: some scientists, governments and politicians, political and religious organizations, industry, mainly fossil fuel corporations, but also steel, mining and car industry, media, which often fails to report on climate change or outright denies climate change, and finally some of the public. Why do people deny? There are multiple reasons, but a main one is that it's in major fossil fuel companies' best interests to limit action on climate change, as their profits depend on it. A 2014 paper showed that 90 fossil fuel companies cause just 2/3 of human-produced CO2 and methane emissions. Companies like Shell and ExxonMobil have been proven to have known about climate change a decade before it even entered the mainstream, but were covering it up. As they're huge economic players in the world, governments want to stay in their graces. This is shown in their failure to act. In the 2019 budget, for example, the Australian Climate Solution Fund's spending was cut by $70 million a year, even though Australia is set to miss Paris targets by 1.1 billion tonnes. Donald Trump has made it clear that he doesn't believe in climate change, and Tony Abbott has denied trends, impacts, and consensus. What effects has climate denial had on the world? Denying climate change is not only unscientific, but also leads to catastrophic consequences across the globe. Extreme weather events have increased, causing floods and fires and displacing millions of the world's poorest out of their homes. The global temperature has risen 0.85 degrees Celsius since 1880 to 2012, and carbon dioxide concentrations have risen by 1/3 since the Industrial Revolution. Australian record-breaking angry summers have become a trend, and are just predicted to become hotter. Heatwaves have occurred across the globe. World hunger has been on the rise since 2014, and a report by the CSIRO says that there is no record of global temperatures rising this fast in all of human history. Climate change denial is a harmful and relevant form of science denial. Without change, it will continue to have real and long-lasting effects on people and the planet. Thanks for listening.